Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had that homie that fell in love with the wrong one, smash that subscribe button. Go and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the ones that showed love on yesterday's live. Hector Bravo's production. That's my manager. What's up, my boy? Erlinda, the retired CEO, always coming through. Gratitude from the bottom of my heart. 420 all day in Visa. Drew, Kel, Brenda Love from the IV. Fernando, L, and A. Tommy. Thank you guys. Honestly, on behalf of my family, I appreciate it. Next, on to the patrons. Priya These Nuts, Lockdown 5, Crystal Bond, La Reina, Raymond, Tony Rex, Hernan, Michael Mua, Winston, Alejandro, Trelero 760, Grant, El Skid, Abuelita Irma, Nathan, G, Hobie Cat, Mika Boy, Lead with Love, Albert 12, AI Vega, Fio, Esquiel, Big Bad 48, JT, Nova, Jack, Linda, Angel, Michigan Wolverines, Mikey 559, the homie Marius, Devel 66, Abuelita's Journey, Gigi, and Daus Herrero. Damn it. Almost made it under a minute. But if you haven't already signed up for that Patreon, make sure you hit that link in the description below. You are definitely missing out. This episode right here, man, how this one came about was on yesterday's live. Somebody asked, Hector, from your experience or your opinion, who do you think is going to win the war? Honest question. And what they were referring to was the war that is brewing and or that has already started between the Sureño population, inmate population, and the black inmate population. Well, heck, you can't say it already started. You can't be putting out bad vibes up in the air. Hey, man, again, that's what the war he was referring to. All right. And my immediate answer was, in war, there are no winners. Period. Point blank. I don't know how else to say it. Like, and this is coming from somebody that fought in Iraq as an Army grunt, did 16 years with the California Department of Corrections, and fucking battled my own demons up until today, up until this point. Like, shit never ends. This shit never leaves you. You know, I'll be honest with you. I've had some youngsters, green side, tell me like, "Oh yeah, like that that would be cool." Something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, that would be cool if it pops off between the blacks and the Mexicans." Something along those lines, like, "Oh, I can't wait till it happens." Blah, yada yada, and I'm like, "Hey man, relax. You don't want that. You don't want that. Period." And that's me honestly saying, you don't want that. Nobody wants that. Nobody is gonna win. Nobody's gonna gain shit. People are gonna get hurt. More than likely, people are gonna lose their lives. This is the truth. And I just don't see how. No, I know. It's not that I don't see. I know that there is no positive outcome to that. Any which way you cut it, slice it, dice it, chop it up, throw it up in the air. Well, Hector, elaborate, my boy. I'll start off with the military. I'll go in sequential order. I've come across a lot of individuals after my time in the service. They said, "Oh man, I was in the Army, I was in the Marine Corps, but I never got to go to war, man." So they feel less than. They feel like they didn't give it their all. Not all of them, just the people that have talked to me. And I'm like, "Hey man, relax, dude. Like, you're good. You're good, bro. Like, you're better off. Trust me. You're better off not having gone, man. Trust me." And they kind of look at me like confused. I'm like, "Hey, dude, like, that's what I had wanted, right? That's what I was praying for. I was praying for war, man. I was 17 years old, though. What type of mindset does that tell you? Like, my fucking shit wasn't fully developed, right? Testosterone, youth, uh, naiveness. And then you get there, man. I got what I asked for. Well, did I ask for it? Again, I got what I asked for. I said I wanted war, I got war. I got friends that were killed. I had a friend that was killed on my mom's birthday, no less. Like, hey, this shit is not. Every time my mom's birthday comes around, September 10th, which is coming around soon, it fucking gets me, right? And that's been since 2004. It fucking gets to me. I did some things over there, right? That's never going to leave me. I lost a total of nine brothers from my platoon throughout the years in Iraq. Yeah, I wanted my combat infantry badge so bad, my CIB. I wanted it bad. And then now that I have it, I would give that back in a heartbeat to have my friends back, my brothers. And that's what I carry with me. I carry that with me. I carry the trauma that I seen, that I endured, that I lashed out, that I dealt, that I received. The smells, the sights, the sounds, the blood, the brains, the guts. I don't think it was normal to be seeing that many brains that much often. I mean, they were just there. Car bombs, roadside bombs, RPGs, indirect mortar fire, indirect rocket fire, raiding houses, physically roughing people up. And it's like, is that cool? Like, okay, like kudos? Like, what the fuck? Right? That's kind of what I'm getting at. Fast forward to the department. Young CO, 2006. Man, that's what I had wanted, right? My initial thought was like, oh, I'm going to be fighting these heavy hitters in the middle of the yard. Call it as dumb as you want it. Just came back from the military. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be a prison guard, man. I seen American Me. I'm ready for this shit, right? My dad was a CO. It's in my blood. And then I get there, like, yeah, it is what it is, man. I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know what I was hoping for. Fuck. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Here I am after, you guys, after, right? Riots between blacks and Mexicans, that was normal. That was I'm not going to say every day, but a normal occurrence, I'll tell you that much. And that's when the heavy hitters were in the shoe. They didn't care. I've said this in other episodes. They didn't care. Hit them again. That's what they would say. On green, like it wasn't shit. You know, there's a difference between RJD Donovan State Prison and fucking Centinela. That difference is, and the people from RJD, they didn't like this. The people from Donovan, they did not like people from Centinela and Calipat. Not everyone, but, the vast majority. And we would straight up tell them, like, hey, working over there, when you come onto the yard, you come onto the gate, you get, like, the hairs on your fucking neck stand up on the back of your neck because you know what you're about to go into. They didn't play at that time. There was no guarantee that I wasn't going to get beat up, not even by my own doings. Like, all it took was one of my partners to be patting down a Sureño level 4 GP killer in front of Charlie 2, and the dude have a weapon on him, turn, start fighting. Come on, man. You know what's going to happen. The whole yard's going to erupt, right? On staff, on green. You know that. We knew that. So, like, hey, that in itself, let's talk about psychologically, let's talk about anxiety, let's talk about blood pressure, let's talk about ED. How to lighten up the mood, man. I can't have it too dark. I wanted to use force so bad. Pepper sprayed in Charlie Jim, the one-on-one fight between two Mexicans, two Sureños. Pepper sprayed them like 40 millimeter, shooting individuals with the 40 millimeters during blacks and Mexican riots, throwing grenades no less in blacks and Mexican riots. All that is, in a nutshell, all that is inflicting violence on another person. Well, Hector, aren't you quelling a riot? Aren't you stopping violence? Yeah, I am stopping violence. But in the process, I am also inflicting my own violence. And I can guarantee you, the old me, if I was still in the department hearing myself talking out, I would be like, who the fuck are you? What are you bitch, right? I would be like, damn, you changed, you got soft. But nah, man, I'm out. I'm done. I'm over. My fucking fight is over. Like, that's a wrap. I'm tired. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Have at it. I'm telling you, this is not what you guys want. Whole fucking episode. There are no winners in war. Period. I got investigated during one of those shootings. I never said this before on this episode either. It was a riot between the blacks and the Mexicans, and the blacks made an allegation against me that I was only shooting black inmates. Period. That is not true. Look at my hands. Look at my fingers. They're not crossed. I can guarantee you some of those Sureños got shot too. I can fucking guarantee you, because I remember one in particular, right here. The dude was in crack alley. So no, that was not true. That was not an accurate statement on behalf of that inmate population. Period. Again, what is that doing? That's inflicting violence, right? So how does that affect you? Let me tell you guys, man. Let me fucking tell you guys. I have a daughter now. That's not a secret, right? I have a wife. Do you know that my level of emotional connection was and is almost non-existent? Period. Well, I'm going to keep it as real as fucking possible. When holidays roll around, my mom was getting on my case the other day about this too. You don't come down enough for Thanksgiving. You don't come down enough for Christmas. And I'm like, hey, mom, like, fuck, since I was 17, every day was the same. It doesn't matter to me. The only thing that's going to do for me is get excited over a holiday that I can't be home for. It's going to fucking really agitate me, right? It's really going to get me down in the dumps. Give me the blues. I don't want that. So since I was 17, I don't know how old am I? Be fucking 39 in 3 days. So, I almost brought back the horn. Brought back the horn yesterday. Don't trip. So, emotionally disconnected. Fucking facts. Let's say cold-blooded. But like my jokes, man, my jokes are fucking off the wall. Like abnormally off the wall. And let me tell you guys something. Ain't no spouse wants somebody that's fucking emotionally disconnected, man. They need that connection. My daughter, I had to learn like how to like not love a daughter because that was instant, but like, come on, man, here's your dad. Here's your daddy that for 20 years was doing this. Right? I'm never going to claim myself to be a John Rambo or a special forces type of guy, man. I'm just saying within the last 20 years of my experience, military and law enforcement combined, your boy, your boy was busy at times, period. I don't know what else you want me to tell you, man. Anger. Not only the inability to emotionally connect with people, anger and rage. What the fuck do you want me to tell you? Your boy has anger issues, for sure. You probably can't see it here because I don't think I've flipped out yet. That stemmed from Iraq, carried over into the department. That when I was scared, channeled it into rage to survive. When I was mad, happy, channeled it into rage to survive. And it works to survive, but what about when you're done? You're fucked, right? Unless you get the help and the treatment and bringing it back. bringing that reptile part of the brain back. There's a terminology for it, trust me. So in relation to that question, who's going to win the war? The blacks or the Mexicans? What you're going to have is youngsters that think they want this, that are going to be exposed to violence on a whole nother level with knives going in and out of people. More than likely, the Mini 14 firing, depending on what prison, for sure. To keep it real with you guys, heads getting blown off. No, we're not taught to shoot people in the head, but people move in the course of getting stabbed, right? And I've heard other videos. I just heard one recently where in Pelican Bay they heard a fucking dude get his head blown off, and I'm like, damn, I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand, not in prison, but in Iraq. I've seen fucking that shit. You got OG inmates that have been around, that have been down, that have dropped points, that have gone to the programs necessary, that never crossed over to the other side, and somehow just managed to maneuver and just mind their own fucking business and just keep it pushing, and now they're in the middle of a war. You don't think that crosses their mind? Fuck, man, I'm almost out of here. I have the chance to get out of here. Now this shit's brewing. Guarantee you they don't want to catch another case. Green staff members utilizing force. You don't think you're going to go under investigation? I don't know what fucking world you live in now. You look the wrong way in this department. You're going under investigation. You know too much. You're going under investigation. You know too little. You're going under investigation. What do you want me to tell you, man? Now, Hector, what's the problem with investigation? You're that fucking far away from getting fired. You're right there. You're sitting at a fucking table with an OIA, Office of Internal Affairs investigator, and he's chopping up your words like a fucking fruit salad, and your family just might not eat the following year. Figure it out. Figure it out. That's what you're expected to do. The heavy hitters at the top of the echelon for blue. What are they going to gain from this? They know that. What are they going to gain? Federal RICO charges. Back to another shoe of some sort that they're going to make up. There's going to be no fucking winners. A lot of bloodshed. Don't say I didn't warn you, right? Don't say I didn't warn you. For that, the message for today is be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. Keep pushing forward.